Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Odette and I do weekly fashion and lifestyle videos for the working girl. On my channel we discuss everything from affordable to luxury. Today is mostly around the luxury spectrum. Well, some of it is luxury and some of it is contemporary. What I'm going through today is just pretty much sharing what I picked up from my 2022 wish list. And this is coming out because I am starting to think about what do I want to purchase for 2023. I will talk about the stuff that I picked up, but I'll also talk about the stuff that I regret not picking up. And that one should be interesting. So I'm going to quickly go through the ones that I pick up, and I'll leave videos to any unboxings that I might have had in my channel just for you guys to check out. So the first item that I'm going to share with you that came from my wish list was this bag right here. She is the only Fendi bag that I own. And the truth is, whenever I've gone into Fendi since the time that I picked it up, I've not been interested in any other bag. This is just the perfect baguette for me. It's amazing. The only baguette that I feel like I need is more so the old school styles of baguette rather than something like this, which you can typically find on the pre-loved market. That's the only thing that I feel like, okay, from Fendi, in terms of Fendi baguettes, that's probably what is missing from my wardrobe. Other than that, I'm super pleased with this purchase. I have a whole story about how I found it, and I will put a link somewhere down in the description bar for you to check out if you're interested. It was an interesting experience for me because I went to thinking I wanted it, then when it completely sold out, I wanted it so badly. And yeah, I've worn this bag quite a bit this year. It's such a versatile piece. I love the fact that the base is brown because I do own a lot of neutrals and a lot of browns in my wardrobe. And I also love the sprinkle of colors on it because any color on here I can style with this bag and it's going to be extremely pretty. The next one that I picked up is this beautiful Prada bag that I clearly do not wear enough of it. I do wear it, but not as often as I would like to wear it. But she's definitely a beauty. Again, a very interesting story on this. I went to Prague. I bought it in the city, but I was able to get like a tax refund. I was able to shave up quite a few hundreds of pounds from the original price, and I picked it up just after the price increase. But in Prague, the price increase hadn't yet taken effect, so I managed to get it as still the previous price and plus the tax-free discount on it. This was a last-minute addition on my wish list for last year. It wasn't something I've wanted for a long time, but I'm so happy that I got it because this is a bag that I can't ever see myself selling. At the age of 45, this will still be a very fun bag for me to wear. I try to categorize my purchases to know which ones are definitely forever and which ones, okay, I know I'm probably going to sell at some point. So this is definitely going to be a forever bag for me. The next bag is my Dior bag. So that one I never have it with me because it's always tucked away in the box and I bring it out only when I have to use her. So she's that special to me. So this specific one wasn't on my wish list. What was on my wish list was the Lady Dior, my ABC, and it's arguably the most popular size. It's one size down from this one. I have tried on my ABC in the store several times and it just wasn't doing anything for my figure. I didn't like it. The strap is thicker. I'm not a fan of thick straps. This is an exception because this one does have a thick strap. I'm generally not a fan of thicker strap, but I just felt like the size wasn't great. That is definitely a bag that if I have to buy, I would have to buy to be held top handle. That's what caused the delay for me not getting a Lady Dior in the first place, because I've been thinking about that for years and I only took the plunge this year. And I only took that because I wanted something special for my 35th birthday, which was in October. And at the time they had just released this bag and I believe they only had 5 of them in the UK. It's part of their limited edition. And the bag just spoke to me. I absolutely loved it. I first saw it on Trish's account. And so she talks about everything Dior. If you like Dior, definitely should be following Trish because that's where I get all my Dior news from. Because she knows so much about it. I'm not sure how that's possible, but she does. So I first saw it when it was up and coming and she mentioned it and I was like, okay, that's a really cool bag. Definitely put it on my radar. And when I saw it in person, I was in love with it. The other thing that I wanted to get a Chanel blue bag. And I did get it 2 once and I ended up returning both of them to swap it for the perfect blue bag that I found, which was this one. I will put a link to the blue bag that I got, and like I said, I got it twice. I got the first one, which was a mini square, and then I was like, no, I don't like the way the square looks on me. It's not as great as a rectangular, plus it couldn't fit my phone. So I ended up exchanging it and getting the rectangular, and on the day I was collecting the rectangular, I saw this one, and I thought I could get both of them at the same time. So I took home the rectangular and then I couldn't stop thinking about this because obviously I've wanted this for the longest time. which is very, very long because this is a 2018 release. But it showed up in the Chanel store in Harrods. The reason for that is because purple was the color of last year, and apparently they still had this sitting somewhere in the warehouse, and so they thought they make some money off of it, which they did. Poor me. So this is this one. I absolutely love this. I haven't worn it this winter because I don't think this is something I want to wear when it's raining because of the tweed and everything. It's something that I would bring out during the spring, summertime. She is definitely a seasonal bag, and most of the time she sat inside her dust bag because I do want to maintain this. Definitely one of my favorite purchases of this year, easily, no regrets here whatsoever, and 100% a forever bag. So even though I said I wanted a blue bag, and that is technically not entirely blue, it still feels or fulfills the desire that I had for a blue bag, if that makes any sense. The next one that I wanted on my wish list was a pair of Amina Muaddi sling bags in the Begum style, and I wanted that in lime green because the lime green one got released in 2021 and I missed out on it, and ever since then I've been hunting for it in my size. It has come back a few times but not in my size, but I ended up finding something else which I actually think I prefer than the green one, and it's this. I'm gonna take this out. I have worn it already, as hopefully you can see, but I really do like to keep it in a very special condition when I package it because it is satin and it has the crystals, and so I don't need it rubbing against each other, so I do keep it like this and also in the plastic. So it's this pair of heels, super gorgeous. I wore this for my team's gala last year, and it was just perfect. I remember my boss was just like, oh, those shoes are really cute, they're really cool. I was like, thank you, thank you. They are so special, and I'm glad that I picked this one up in black because if I bought the green, sorry, I don't think I would have worn it yet because I'm not a going out person. But this is definitely something that even if I'm going, I don't know, for a brunch or I'm going to the theater, I can definitely wear this. So I can dress up even a pair of jeans with this. The green one, I don't know if I would have been willing to do that as much. I feel like black, you can play around with it a bit more. So this was my substitute for the green one that I really wanted. And I'm super pleased that I ended up picking it up because, yeah, like I said, I've already worn this and I can see myself wearing it a lot more down the line, whereas for the green one that probably would not have been the case. And the final dress that I have is a Kai Collective dress. I picked this one up when she was doing the end of summer sale or something like that, 25% off. I picked it up in a medium, which was a huge mistake. I should have picked it up in the large because that is quite tight on me, but I never returned it because I still like it. And I don't know, I've said this so many times in my previous videos that I am in the process of losing weight. Literally my arms are still sore from the PT session that I had yesterday, and I'm hoping that as I'm losing weight that will one day fit me. That's what I picked up on my wish list. I think I had about 11 items on my wish list last year, I can't remember. So that's 6, which is really good. It's really good. I'm going to list to you the stuff that I missed out on and tell you why I have regret not purchasing it when I had the opportunity. So the first one is the Fendi First bag. It's a small bag, a multicolor one. That one, I wanted it as soon as I saw it. But when I saw it in person, I didn't like it because of the strap. Because the strap was like a beige color and I felt like the beige was really out of place. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get it because it's not doing everything. Like there's one thing that I'm like, ugh, and is that going to bug me? And then I saw the medium one. I wished they had the medium in the small, but I saw the medium one and I always felt like, okay, well, that's a big bag. Am I gonna wear it? I had so many doubts. Then my regret is actually for the medium one because I could have still purchased the medium one because I just wanted a Fendi First multicolor. And I missed out on that one. Such a pretty bag. It worked well against my frame. The colors are pretty. I could have worn it to so many things. For me, it would have been the perfect bag. It would have been really cool to have that bag, and I would have kept it, and I would have worn it so many times up till now. But I completely missed out on it. I have been checking the pre-love market. I don't think I'm going to find it because I think anyone who buys that bag probably really likes it because it's quite a standout ish type of bag. So you really do have to like it to purchase it, otherwise it's really just a waste of money. I'm hoping that for this year, this spring summer, they would do another variation of the multicolor one, so I might put that back on just in case they do a version, even though I didn't see it in their runway, so I'm concerned that they might not do it. The next one is the Saint Laurent mini Lulu puffer bag in red. So at the time that was retailing for about 1400. Mind you, I already missed out on it when it was 1300, so I said, okay, I'm not going to buy it for more than 1300. So the thing is, when you see a bag at a particular price and you want to purchase it but you're kind of holding off, when the price goes up, at least in my case, I'm just like, no, I'm gonna look for it at the pre-love market because I really know what this should have been. You guys are just increasing the prices at this point. Granted, I know prices of goods are also increasing, so technically speaking, your finished product should be priced higher, but I just couldn't stomach paying that kind of money for it. So I saw it on the pre-love market for, I think it was about 900. I thought it was going to go down even more. And someone bought it, and they bought it for like 700 and something. So ever since then, I've been looking for it on the pre-love market, and I'm not willing to pay more than £1,000 for it. I do regret not picking it up on the pre-love market. I do need a red bag in my collection. I don't own one yet. Actually, I haven't mentioned the worst part because Saint Laurent decided to go crazy and go for a massive price increase. That bag now retails for about 1,700 plus. So no, I'm not picking it up for that price for sure. If I couldn't pick it up for 1,400, then I wouldn't pick it up for that. I would definitely buy it on the pre-love market. Another bag that I regret not purchasing is the Louis Vuitton My Lock Me tricolor bag. This bag is such a classic bag. It's definitely an easily forever bag. I think this is completely sold out online anyways. They might have a few here and there in store even though I haven't seen it. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is that Louis Vuitton, just as Saint Laurent, decided to go crazy and do a massive price increase. I don't even know how much this bag is worth now, but I know it's at a price where I would not pay for it at that price. So I regret not purchasing it. I would buy only on the pre-love market. Yeah, if it ever comes online, and for definitely a discount price, because even Louis Vuitton bags, when they are on the pre-love market, they're almost the same. Like Louis Vuitton and Chanel, they're almost the same as the store, and Hermes, obviously they're way above what you can get in the store. Another thing I regret not buying is a Chanel caramel bag. Now this was a struggle for me because it came out first in the 21p collection. Everyone went crazy for it on the pre-love market. It was almost double the price in some cases, and then they re-released it last year a couple of times. I was in the store just browsing and I saw the mini version. I was a little bit underwhelmed, I have to say. I was underwhelmed by the color. I was expecting more because of the hype and everything, and even the sales associate was like, yeah, I don't know why people went crazy for this bag. But then as time went by and I saw pictures of it, I felt even more so that, oh my god, I would have really loved to have this. I felt like I really missed out on something, and so I wish I would have gotten it. And then if I didn't want it, I could have either sold it or returned it back in the store. Those two were always options for me, instead of not having it now and feeling like, oh, I wish I got it. Plus I have a lot of neutrals in my wardrobe in general, so this would have gone perfectly with a lot of the items that I own and I wear. I do have a caramel color in the Business Affinity. It's the only one that I own in this color, and I absolutely I love it so much. It's definitely one of my most worn bags of last year. But there's just something about the classic flap. The shape is slightly different. It does something different, right? I feel like this one, it gives me a different vibe than, let's say, the small would. So if I picked it up, I probably would have picked it up in the small, not even the mini. But this gives me a different vibe than the classic flap, and sometimes I do want the vibe of the classic flap versus this one in terms of the shape. So I reach for this a lot and I wear it quite a bit, but I feel like I still missed out on that one. Those are the items that I feel like I regret not buying. Let me know in the comment section whether you have any regrets when it comes to buying stuff. It doesn't have to be luxury, it doesn't even have to be fashion, it could really be anything, because you can have regret with absolutely everything. Let me know in the comment section, we'll have a chat. If you want to keep watching more of my videos, because I do have a ton of videos out on my channel, I will put 2 recommendations here for you to check out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.